106th, and it's round 5 in 2024. Shanghai the venue, and what and maybe that's why you spotted him braking late into one of the hairpins on his outlaps to the grid, trying to brake a bit later, keep it under control, because he might need to do that to get...
And we learned a lot, and in fact we also learned that yes, 2 stops is going to be most likely, but just like Suzuka, there's still a remote chance for a 1 stop to work, and also with a tire.
Along with Logan Sargent, Yuki Tsunoda, and Zhou Guanyu, who's never raced here, certainly in Formula 1, but in single-seaters as his Grand Prix. 56 laps, it's lights out, and away we go, and there does go Max Verstappen, and here comes Fernando Alonso alongside Sergio Perez. Verstappen leads into the first corner, and down the inside, he think he's got that one done. Nice move from him. Lewis Hamilton didn't get the best of starts, down in 19th, already lost a place in this race.
And that forces Piastri to leave a gap, and that slows him down, because he just doesn't know where George is.
Hulkenberg had an impressive first few corners, now he's starting to lose places. To the
happy album there.
No, it wasn't. Ocon the car in the Alpine ahead of Alex Albon currently.
You know, it's quick. It's George Russell in these openings.
Moving ahead of him, Hamilton's already got 1 place by overtaking Zhou Guanyu. Fernando Alonso getting a place off the line.
Go looking for different lines. Look at the
looks like Alonso's pushing their tyres a lot harder than us. This is good.
Both coming together, the Ferraris apparently, and also Daniel Ricciardo. Where did he drop back so much?
Right, well into turn 1 we go. It's 2 McLarens ahead of 2 Ferraris. I mean, very enjoyable. So that chat then that Fred Vasseur had with both of his drivers, did it go in one ear and out the other?
It looks to be the case. Yeah.
Then George Russell, both with the DRS on each other, then Leclerc, and then Sainz, not seeming in that DRS train, Crofty, which you can explain what that is, to make much progress.
Race, he's got a job on his hands to get into the top 4 here, even if Fernando Alonso's tyres might be going off just a little bit. Out in front, Verstappen leads Perez.
There, but you can just see also that his car is coming to life now, and they're really picking up the pace, and the Mercedes cars have no chance against that.
Early pit stops here, position as a result of it. Karun Shandok at race control for you.
Fernando Alonso's been on the radio drop that he's saying if we can extend.
We'll see how much he's struggling, Nico.
Yeah, but I'm loving it. At least George is really giving it. I mean, he's using all of the track to keep Sainz behind, but it's gonna be, I mean, this.
What the pace is this?
Yeah, so we can really see, I mean, if we look at the pace in front, as we thought, it would be Red Bull and then Ferrari, not too far off. This is not looking good.
That's why Max Verstappen's passed him easily as well, after Verstappen made his pit stop and went onto the hard compound tyre and has fresher tyres to get that move done. And pace I've got 141.8 on his last lap. Verstappen did a 139.5.
Yeah, he's more than 2 seconds quicker with those fresh tyres, just in the fastest lap.
Yeah. Is Plan D stopping once? Remember what happened in Japan 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Where Charles Leclerc produced a 1-stopper that I don't think chance of making up a few places in the last lap. So that might just help sway their decision a little bit. Carlos Sainz gets past Nico Hulkenberg and up into 9th, swooping now back out into the lead of this race. Lap 19 of 56. He's on a 2-stop strategy in this race. Is now 2.3 seconds in this race. Get the feeling he's on for another victory here today. It's been quietly. We have still got a virtual safety car. I get the feeling that Sauber is stuck in gear, which is why the marshals haven't been able to move it yet.
On Perez, and might even be able to overtake him.
That is the moment that Valtteri Bottas's engine rather gave up on it. And Max Verstappen is coming in to the pits. He's been told to box, as is his teammate Sergio Perez. They're going to get rid of the hard. That's why they're doing it. In comes Fernando Alonso now. Right, out in front, Max Verstappen. Lando not
for P2 in this race today. I mean, it's going to be a great battle for 2nd place now for the rest of the race.
Yeah.
And the car's just sliding around everywhere, and it looks like something's broken.
Well, he's going to lose a few places here, despite a very impressive 2.2-second pit stop. Alonso goes through, Russell goes through, and they're hoping at McLaren to get Piastri out ahead, so that they were obviously struggling with tyre wear and losing a bit of performance. They had a new set of soft tyres. So
critical in terms of extending the life. You can be gentle when you first put them on, as they are being now behind the safety car. you will get the rewards later in the stage.
I've been at that high this year. Safety car is ending. Nico Rosberg and Verstappen weaving from side to side, as are the rest, trying to generate some temperature. Even at turn 6 we go. Max Verstappen leads from Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, George Russell holding off Oscar Piastri. That was Daniel Ricciardo that got hit.
It's just an unfortunate bunching up, and they were all too aggressive, too hot on that restart.
But Stroll has had his race completely wrecked. Spent a good minute or more as they tried to get the car repaired, and they couldn't get the nose off initially, Crofty. They did manage it.
Because Alonso went straight on, but in the meantime, everybody behind was already like on top of each other.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't even think it's Alonso.
We'll see though.
The thing is, he's got a new set of hard tyres that he could fit, or he used a set of mediums. Stopping. Who caused
Essentially,
it?
it was the Lance Stroll that was just overcooked it.
Stroll and Ricardo has also been noted, but as yet not passed on to the stewards. Albon and Sargent running 13th and 14th for Williams. That is for sure.
Do we know why? I mean, I don't see anything anymore on the track.
Not even
The
Max though.
yellows are coming between turn 14 and 16.
Make a move as we get going once more. And last time out, Verstappen got going about now, and he's done exactly the same again. Yeah, look, if it works once, do it again. Quite frankly, to look like that. Yeah, did Sargent and Hulkenberg get going a bit too quickly? Was there a move before the line? Well, enabled on this lap. And that's not going to help Daniel Ricciardo's defensive capabilities, I'm sure. Joe Guan Yu's under pressure here from Pierre Gasly. Right behind them comes James. He was having a decent race there. Sargent ahead of Joe Guan Yu, and in the middle is Pierre Gasly. And Lance Stroll has now got. Magnussen tries to fight this back, and Stroll gets onto the grass. And these two are not going to give up this battle very easily. And round the outside goes Lance Stroll. He'd have no luck at all, I think is how the saying goes. For Daniel Ricciardo there. Right, let's concentrate back on the fight out in front. And Lando Norris.
Up to the safety car line, and then I think the problem is that replay showed that Sargent should have fed in behind Hulkenberg, but he's kept in front. So
I think return to rear tires, as you can imagine, putting a handbrake on the rear. Puts more temperature to the rear tires, and will wear them more. Yeah, that's definitely, with 19 laps to go, not the right thing.
His teammate Sergio Perez, I said, wasn't really making gains on Charles Leclerc. He is now within DRS range. He did go a tenth of a second faster on the last lap, and it's Sergio Perez desperate to make it a 1-2 for Red Bull here this afternoon. 15th anniversary this weekend of their first win, their first pole in Formula 1 as they're in the turn 1 behind Esteban Ocon. Still a chance, I think, for Williams to get a point here this afternoon. Still a chance to get on the podium for Sergio Perez. And he's going to take that chance, isn't he? I don't believe that actually he's saying that because they do feel great. He's saying that because he wants the team to not to feel bad about their decision, if that makes sense.
No, he's saying that because he's looking to get Sainz for 6th, because Sainz didn't manage to come into the pits during that safety car and has these tires that are 22 laps old, and they're going to get just work.
Andrea Cesaris, but the most race starts without a win in Formula 1.
Oh, that was going around the outside. Beautiful move.
Once again from Lewis.
No, I think this is a mistake from Lewis here in the last corner. Yeah, he fixed that. He took too much curve on the inside, and straight away already there the car.
Closing a little bit.
Throughout it all, Max Verstappen has looked pretty much in command, even when he hasn't been leading. Already made the switch to the soft compound tyres, but have they given him too much to do at Aston Martin to get him back up to round about 7th or 8th?
No, sure, he got caught.
Step further, if you finish a race, you get at least 1 point. I have points for first all the way down to 20th. You finish, you get at least a point.
I like it the way it is.
In Australia, Nico, we'd still be talking, I think, about 5 out of 5 for Max Verstappen this year.
Absolutely, yes.
10 to you, 10 laps to go.
Yeah, and 10 laps for Sergio Perez to please his Red Bull bosses and overtake Lando Norris for peak.
Made their pit stops behind the safety car, so I think that all cancels each other out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about pace also.
Yeah,
He's faster than the second Red Bull. I mean, Perez is dropping back from him.
And Fernando needs to go through traffic, might be close once at the end of the race.
He's 15 seconds behind Carlos Sainz at the moment. The trouble for Lewis there is that Fernando's passed him at a time where there's quite a bit to go before the next DRS zone, so he can't get any DRS advantage to try and close that down between now and the end of the race. Even though he's now got some nice clean air and he'll be banging in qualifying lap after qualifying lap. Get some DRS advantage here and try and nick 8th by the end of it. Is it possible? Deficit really on George Russell that he would have hoped. But he will, I think, finish with the fastest lap in this race, which gives him that extra point too. Let's head down.
It's just incredible. Like the G-force is also so extreme because they're so fast nowadays.
They certainly are. You don't fancy coming back though?
No, I'm good. Double back here.
Give us your verdict on Max Verstappen, because you're going to disappear off at the checkered flag. You know, he's Gasly. That'll be a 13th place finish, but oh dear, that's not going to help. That's not going to help as much.
Pulled out a bit late there, I would say.
Wing end plate and race control are actually saying track surface slippery in that part of the track. He's going to take the sprints and the marathon on a Sunday. It's another Grand Prix victory. It's first in China. Max Verstappen with Sergio Perez comes home ahead of Charles Leclerc to take the final podium spot. Carlos Sainz in 5th place ahead of George Russell and Fernando Alonso.